Hey, good evening, YouTube. Today we're here and I'm gonna talk about my place here in Lapu-Lapu back here. So my cost of living is about like $2,000. I know the title, it says 1,500, but I'm gonna kind of explain like why my cost of living is 2,000. So I'm kind of rough balling these numbers, but basically 2,000 is like my goalpost. The reason my cost of living is that high is because I'm enrolling my girlfriend into a one-on-one tutoring school. So realistically, my cost of living would be about 1,500. You can do in Cebu, realistically, 2,000 to be very comfortable. But you know, I'm also supporting my girlfriend. Like she doesn't work. Like she's like basically a student right now. So you know, my cost of living could be 1,500, but anyways, my rent is about 600, and then the scooter's 210. The groceries are the most expensive here, so I live in Lapu-Lapu, so like right here there's like an airport. So it's good because the airport is close, but the city is kind of like a pain. It's a 30-minute commute. So so basically rent 600, scooter 210, and then the gas is okay for now, and then after that, then the groceries are about 400. So if you didn't go to the local market, it would be a little more expensive. So a lot of expats, they don't go to the local market, they go shop at the malls. So we only buy like some, like basically beef. Like beef is really hard to find here in the Philippines. Like I don't know, we can't get beef at the local market. At this one specifically, we go to like the wet market near Lapu-Lapu. So it's like a seafood market. So we get all of our like pork and chicken there, and then well, we can't get like beef and some vegetables we get at the grocery store, and like yogurt and milk. And then after that, like about $200 to go like on a holiday. Like we went to Moboa. I pronounced it mobile, but it's like the city famous for the million sardines that I post on my YouTube short. That place, we it was like close, like about a 3-hour scooter ride. So Cebu is cool. We basically do like a trip like once a month for about like $200. It basically cost me for 4 days, for everything, for breakfast, hotel, all that stuff. So it was really good, and yeah, it's good. And then the rest of the money is basically for my girlfriend's school. I pay about like $300-400 a month, you know, sometimes cheaper depending on the situation, you know. So that's how I got my $2,000 for us. But realistically, if she didn't have school, it would be $1,000. But 2,000 is comfortable. We live in a nice place. I can run the AC all day. We have a pool, we have security, it's quiet for Philippines. And the airport's really close. It's not that noisy over here, and it's beautiful just to come out and just check it out here, you know. Now of course, yeah, I could get it cheaper. Like this is an Airbnb, and I'm kind of sticking with it because I'm getting my US passport soon from America. I had to get a renewal, so yeah, hopefully that comes. So I could get it cheaper if I get a lease. So I'm not gonna stay in Cebu or Lapu-Lapu long term. I'm gonna go to Dumaguete. So that's like where my plan is, to go do scuba diving out there, you know. I heard the scuba diving is much better in that location than Lapu-Lapu. Also, Lapu-Lapu has a lot of Koreans here, so there's a lot of like Korean restaurants and stuff like that in Cebu. So that's kind of nice, you know. Lapu-Lapu is more laid back. Cebu is kind of like more like, think like middle class. So Lapu-Lapu is more like party kind of vacation area, you know, more island vibe. So they're like, and close to the airport, and the airport's kind of far from Cebu. And in Cebu, it's more like middle class, so people working and studying. It's very like, it's kind of like living in Phnom Penh. It's like Cebu, I would say, similar atmosphere. Yeah, we've been from Cambodia, but yeah, right now I'm on a tourist visa, so every month I have to like extend. So that's kind of like, it's easy as an American. You can stay like 36 months in the Philippines, and you just go to like this to the immigration or to like a like tour agency, and you extend, you know. And with my girlfriend, she's not on a student visa. She's on like, she has to get like permission to study. It's like the whole visa thing's like a pain in the butt sometime, you know. Like everyone talks highly about Vietnam, but man, that 3 month you gotta leave and come back border run stuff gets annoying. And then, you know, the chances of them like asking for pocket money or turning you down is like, you know, not letting you come. Like when I was going to Thailand, I was like visiting Laos, and I was like gone for quite some time, like 2 weeks, and then I came back and they were giving me a problem at the border. Like they're like, oh, what are you doing in Thailand? And it wasn't, I only hopped like, it was my second time re-entering the country, you know. And it was like before they started, like right before they started clamping down on it, you know. So it's just like, that's the problem with this lifestyle. When you come over here, it's all about the visa. So Philippines has a good visa policy. It just sucks because the Cambodian visa is better. You get the EB visa, so with that visa you can open up a bank account, you can go in and out of the country. With the Philippines visa, with the tourist visa, you can just go in and out. I mean, if you leave the country, you have to restart the process and you can't get citizenship. With Cambodia's visa, you can, well, maybe. It takes like about 7 years the last time I researched it, and it's up to them, but you could, you know, it's easier. But that's how they get you, you know, they get you. So unless you get the SRRV visa, but that's a retirement visa at the age of 40, so I'm 26. So, and there's no like digital nomad visa, so, you know, tourist visa is okay. It's just like, you can't open up a bank account, they say, and you can't open up a bank account and get a driver's license here. So I haven't tried that. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, Philippines, they say the most expensive country is of course Singapore in Southeast Asia, and then after Singapore, Malaysia, and then Philippines is after. Yeah, Philippines is expensive because of the food, but there are some places that you can go where it is cheap. Like we went for vacation, and for like less than $200 for 4 days with food, everything, so it can be cheap. It's just the food is expensive in the Philippines, and it's like America. Like there's a lot of like diabetes here, like Jollibee is everywhere, and that's like a problem. That's what I like about Cambodia and Vietnam. You can pay like $2 and have like really good food, but here the food is not that good. And then the problem with the street food is they reuse the oil, so you have to be very careful like where you go out to eat. So most of the time, like for lunch, I just get Korean food because it's more healthier usually, and I just check the reviews, and that's what I do for lunch usually. Or like a good Filipino like local place that has like really good reviews that someone recommended me, like my landlord or whatever, you know. And then basically breakfast and dinner we eat in, you know. And I'm going to the gym, and the gym's like cheap here. It's like $10, but there's no like fan, so you have to get there like really early, but it's good, you know. And I'm really enjoying my time here in Lapu-Lapu, and it's really nice, you know, going from Japan and then coming here. In Japan, it's like robot speed, go go go, and then coming here and it's like laid back. It's nice, but it's crazy though. Like the Philippines, like the amount of poverty here is crazy. Like yeah, I mean all Southeast Asia has poverty, you know, but it's just like it's just crazy. Like that's another thing you gotta consider here. Like in the Philippines, like the poverty is like really bad, so like kids will come up and like ask for money. I mean they do in Cambodia too, but you have to like ignore them, you know. I don't know, I guess if you give them money it causes like problems, you know. So they just learn that, you know, begging is, it's gonna get them around in the world. So it's just challenging, like that part of like living here in the Philippines is just the poverty. But I think that's mainly if you lived in like Cebu, basically like the big cities like Cebu, Manila, and Baguio. But if you lived in the countryside, it'd be much better, you know. And also like as an expat, it's really hard to like meet like local people, and even if you meet local people, you just make so much money compared to them, you know. They're barely surviving, and then you're like thriving, you know. But you know, everyone has a deck of cards, and some people have a better deck of cards, so it's just challenging to make friends. Like in Cambodia, I had a friend that was a monk. He was a Buddhist monk, and me and him were cool for like 6 months, and then he was like asking me for money. So that's the problem. Like being an expat here, it's very isolating. And you know, I'm lucky I have a good girlfriend, but you know, we have ups and downs, you know, and that's the problem of being an expat. If you don't like fit in the drinking crowd, like if you hang out with local people, most of the time they take advantage of you, you know. And even if they don't take advantage of you, it's just a hard dynamic because you just make a lot more money, so your struggles are different than their struggles. So that thing is like, you, what's the word I'm looking for, you it's just isolating. And then if you meet other expats like in the Philippines and Cambodia, Vietnam's a little better, but Cambodia and Philippines, the expats are just a bunch of drunks. I know I'm gonna make some people upset, but they just drink and they just chase single moms or look for boom boom girls, you know. So that's kind of like the expats. There's not like, yeah, you have the backpacker crowd, but the backpacker crowd is not like I don't fit in the backpacker crowd, because I come here for the culture and to like enjoy life, not to go and like party and die on a drug and be with other like Westerner or white people. That's just not for me. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll have some more stuff coming out soon. And yeah, just the hardest thing is just we get comfortable, but it's beautiful here. I never get tired of just looking at this beautiful view. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for the support, and see you next time.